So I learned a thing. And that thing is that apparently Ace Attorney, I can play it on my PC. Which I didn't know. And actually, since I'm right here, I'm going to turn on this light over here. There. It's a little bit... maybe the one behind me instead, not this one. That's better. So I just gotta remember which light to turn on. I exist in a basement, so the sun does not really come in here. So yeah, I found out Ace Attorney was a Play Anywhere game on Xbox, which I didn't know, and so of course I was streaming it through my Xbox to Twitch, because Xbox only goes to Twitch and you can't multi-stream on Xbox, which is ridiculously dumb. So I couldn't send it to YouTube. And then I come over to my computer, I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll just stream it to my computer and then stream the stream and curl up in my chair staring at my TV screen, shifting my microphone around or something. I would do something because I was getting tired of the fact that it was only going to one thing, because I don't like being on just one, really. It bores me. And I really want to play this game, and I was having difficulty doing it on the Xbox, because having that Xbox controller has a very different mic, and it's right in front of my face. So when my asthma kicks off, and my breathing kicks off, because I've been talking too much, you can suddenly hear me go, ha, into the microphone too much. And I hate it. You literally hear me go, basically, all the time. I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. But apparently this exists, so, that's awesome. That's much nicer. So I'm gonna finish this off on my computer. Link to my YouTube has all the previous streams on it. They're horrible because I literally end up muting myself because I'm curled up on my couch and I can't breathe. And it's like, okay, I can't do talking anymore. I'm going to die. So I end up muting my microphone half the time because it's like, I am breathing like nobody's fucking business, and this is not fun for people to listen to, and I know it. I am not a fool. So they're terrible, but give it a watch. I guess, give it a watch. Okay, I'm gonna hit that up. Boop. There we go. And then I'm gonna hit... Where is the thing? There it is. There we go. And then I'm gonna hit that and hit that. So it's my day off for like the next 2 days, so I'm gonna be streaming a bit more frequently. In between potentially getting my partner to play CFEs with me. October 18th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 4. I'm going to try and do voices. I feel more confident doing voices when you can see my face and see how utterly just see this versus just being a voice on the screen. I don't feel that confident doing voices. I feel more confident doing voices for D&D, and I do some interesting voices for D&D. Yeah. This is the type of game I love. I have stated this before. I absolutely want to make a game like this at some point. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Yeah, totally different. I have no consistency for voices. So if you've watched any of my shit, you know I have no consistency in voices. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I'm gonna go in and out of doing voices, I promised. Most likely. I'm terrible at this. I've beaten this entire game. I'm just trying to get the last of the achievements before I do Apollo Justice. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not good at voices. I'm gonna laugh myself silly and make myself feel like an ass. Your opening statement, please. Prosecution will show the court at... Oh gosh, what the fuck was I doing for Edgeworth? The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October the 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in the Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. I just like this universe, and the fact that the universe does get built up, like the fact that they talk about the initial, like in the previous, a little bit ago, they talked about the fact that people got tired with trials taking so long that now it's only 3 days. You have 3 days to prove your guilt or innocence. 90% of the time you get guilty. Is this game a commentary on the justice system in I knocked things around, that was my bad. Commentary on the justice system in Japan? If I'm not mistaken, it 100% is. Does this commentary potentially also fit the justice system of America in current day? Yes. Yes, it does. Sorry, my neck was hurting, and I saw this, and I'm like, ooh, make my arm stretch. Because I need to stretch. I'm gonna move that over there, because I don't want it here. Very well. I call familiar face Detective Gumshoe to the stand. Gumshoe. Yeah, Gumshoe. If you would briefly describe this quote to the court. I cannot talk words. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. I do not know Gumshoe's voice. He's some weird, like, yeah, but also not. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. See? See this? Yeah, see? That thing. You know, the freaking... Yeah, see? This here is the employee area. I'm, like, gonna go in and out of doing voices because I will wreck my voice doing voices. I've done that for D&D before. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. Yep. And a security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Nah. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. Jeez. That's, like, not a lot of people, actually, in retrospect. The victim, Jack Hammer. I need to clean that. My ADHD is showing. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. I'm like getting focused on cleaning a small tool. The production staff were in the employee area until noon. Focus. Then after lunch, the victim Jack Hammer went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Sorry. Random hyperfocus. It's bothering me. I shouldn't leave tools like this on my desk. It will, in fact, drive me up the wall if it's not clean. I need to get it clean real quick. This is the little tool, by the way. It's an ear thing. There. My ear itches, so I have this thing to help me. Right at that 1 p.m. Okay, yeah, guard station. Now jump ahead later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai sphere found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. I get distracted so easily. The case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Skip it. I already know everything. I have to clean it again. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor. This case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this... Oh, I could do a voice like this. Let's call the security officer to the stand. I didn't realize I could bite my lip and talk. No, that'd be good. Things you learn every day. Will the witness declare her name? Why aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Edward's face. Your name, please. Oh dear, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Can I space to skip? No. Cool. I didn't think so, but I wanted to try. Enter. Oh, enter. Your name, please. Enter. I can do enter. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Yeah, this is the second of Edgeworth's witnesses that have not wanted to use words. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. It's practically when I was young, I was in Oldbag. The other children make fun of me and oh my good lord, she doesn't stop talking! I object to the witnesses talk. Edgeworth, I agree with you there. So much. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. Just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yesy, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness's account. Oh my gosh. Stop curling headphones. I'm gonna set you like this under here so you don't curl. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2. I was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. Yeah, okay. You saw the defendant then. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Alright. Let's see. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing run-through there since the morning. I'm curious here. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow. I'm gonna see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Maya, you are so precious. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was headed toward the studio. Let's see, Nick. She doesn't seem like she's enjoying this a little too much. Windbags love gossiping about other people's misfortunes. Can't she get her kick somewhere else? Okay. Alright. 1. Okay. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Chance. Yeah, time to pull out a secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. Okay, so... And this is where I grab this and present. Let me get this straight, old bag. Or, Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in the photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? I like how they talk about Neo Old Tokyo, and then they claim in the localization they're American. I'm like, could there are some discrepancies here, guys. Some. I love you, but please. Of course, didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I like her response. Like, I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing of that witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you don't have proof the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? I like how Edgeworth is also shocked. But, to be fair, Edgeworth is a Steel Samurai fanboy. And, yeah. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Oh, Edgeworth. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. The man in the photo. I never said anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See, clear as day. No. Not really. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? He looks like he's just walking. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Okay, so basically it's saying press on everything. Gotcha. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Here. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today. Always wanting about each other, pointing fingers at... Okay, and she's going around and around. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. Yes, Edgeworth, I get the picture here. I think Edgeworth has been dispatched. Edgeworth. Warning during the run through the action scene. I want to see. Who was present at the run through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. Oh, wait. Okay. Trip and fall. Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better. I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Okay, so she doesn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. He broke a prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear. The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Okay, yes, see? There we go. The murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle... You're just repeating that. Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... Where is the Steel Samurai costume now? That is a good question. Actually, well... We couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not the important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. Edgeworth. And it's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're... Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Okay, is that implying I should object? I'm gonna object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense is a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider the possibility also. See, Edgeworth comes back. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Okay, witness account continued. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Oh, and this is where photo number 2 comes in. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Yes, thank you. So, time before Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. Only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Press. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then, and I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Wow. Edgy boy. And Edgeworth is so uncomfortable with that. Old Windbag sure has balls, or... well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Rude? Okay. Alright. Do I present it here? Yep, that's where I present it. Okay. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Wow. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. You know, if you wanted to work at the studio, you might have an opening. The very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order, order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that no one but 2 people went to the studio that day. If there's only data for one of the photos, who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Wow. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Oh, Edge. Some help you. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Ooh, plot twist. Your testimony, please. The other person. Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. Go through the photos recorded on this computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Of course. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin cross-examination. Well, I'd say this is a term for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. I agree with you. Kind of expected this too. We'll get to that later. Distraction. There. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos, blah, blah, blah. Okay. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers' photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. Told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers. Kids. So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade. So we're looking at someone who is 7 or 8. Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass the gate on the way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. The court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And not forgetting vital information this time. Yep. Thing is, if the boy is able to get through, then potentially someone else is able to get through. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who is the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. And he's crying. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick. It's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't say like that. Yeah, the problem is I cannot remember if it's to throw suspicion on the kid, who's definitely not possible to have done this, or if it's throw suspicion on Oldbag. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy roughly 10 years of age. Okay, 10. Photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? Defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. That is telling me not to accuse the kid. Right, great, as if stakes weren't high enough. So who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? I could say the assistant girl. But she didn't see Powers limping, is the thing. According to Oldbag's testimony. I could accuse Oldbag because she did see the limp. She knows the secret way in. Or I could accuse the grade school boy, who is presumably obviously innocent. So let's accuse Oldbag. Was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever's in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. I chose right. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. Whippersnapper. Yeah, is this true? Order, order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Wow! Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes too, baby. Nope. That's odd. Isn't that the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Edgeworth likes the Steel Samurai! He does not want Will Powers arrested. At all. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. I love Edgeworth. This is like, literally, Edgeworth growth starts with Steel Samurai getting fucked over. I'm not joking. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you think I'll think I did it. Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Oh. Yeah, I'll do press further. The very same reasoning that takes Mrs. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now, Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait, just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. How can you be so sure? I have to move. Like, staying still is not conducive right now. ADHD! Or is it nice to the kids to be... Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day? Okay. Okay, I need to fix my cord. This is bothering me. Stretch. I need a desk that moves up and down. I swear, I need a desk that moves up and down, because sometimes I just want to stand, and sometimes I just want to sit, and just like... I need to be able to do both. I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. What's this? Employee area, gate. Doesn't the gate mean he couldn't get into the studio itself? He can sneak his way into the employee area, but he can't get past the gate? Or is it... I'll do that. Your Honor. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. So that is it. The very spear shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? And she's got nothing. The windbag. Speechless. Has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings for the current trial today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. The prosecution will look no further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait a second. Oh gosh, old bag. No. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh my gosh, this woman. Oh great, stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. I go through that. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Edgeworth wants to Edgeworth loves the Steel Samurai! He wants this man to be innocent as much as you do, Phoenix. Come on. It's still Edgeworth. He just, you know, got abused for a while and has to deal with his abusive adopted caretaker. We'll just leave it at caretaker. Well, testify. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Yep. Miss Oldbag. This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, so let's see. Alright. Who? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who have just been told of. Like Edgeworth's response, I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh, edgy. Edge. October 18th, 1:04 p.m., District Court, Defense, Lobby number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Really, it's nothing. Grin. Oh, or should I say, sniff. Well, I'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Miss Powers. Poor Old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks, guys. Again, Sniff. He's just crying all the time. All the time. All the cries. Yes, we'll save the progress, because otherwise I'm gonna do something that accidentally deletes it. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get some coffee from upstairs real quick. Because I need coffee. I really, really need coffee. later today, I should take my dog to the doggy park. I was grabbing cheese squares. But they weren't in the fridge, they were in the garage. And then I had to go pull them from the garage to the fridge because it has been warm. You gonna lay down there, baby girl? Okay. I don't know if you can see her. Oh yeah, you can, kinda. Her head just moved. And she is now in tiny ball form. She's my good dog. Oh wait, I already did that. Alright, so October 18th, Right and Law, Committee Law Offices. What a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. So you think WP's got a chance? I guess it really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. Like, this whole thing was a murder to cover up another murder, if I remember correctly. Rather, to cover up an old murder. The director and the producer. Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here, then? Let's get to the studios. I just ate cheese that has mold on it. That's why that smell. I was like going like, why does this suddenly smell musty, this piece that I put in my mouth? When I pull this out. Mold. I have to tell my mom the cheese she had in the fridge has mold. Yep, this piece also has mold. Okay. Cheese is turning moldy. I'm gonna be right back, so I'm just gonna go inform them upstairs that this is going on. Also, to, get something else to put in my mouth, because that's nasty. Hey, Mama? Mama? The cheese is molding. that's fun. So, most likely all of the cheese squares have some level of mold on them. It's Tillamook from Costco, individually wrapped. The individually wrapped little cheese packages. And 3 of them that I had mold. We saw maybe another one with mold in the tip. Which shouldn't be possible because they're individually wrapped. And sealed packages. So, there shouldn't be mold in there. Not if they were sealed properly or wrapped properly or the batch of cheese was good. So, that's a problem. I told my mom to report it, but you never know. Now I just feel nasty because moldy cheese. Ugh. Why don't we do what you just said? We got to get the scoop on this director and producer. Alright, there's no point in hanging out here. That's what I've been saying. Let's get to the studio pronto. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. That's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just a minute, you don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information. You calling for me? Okay. Use favorite potted plant. Maya has been watering it so much, looks swollen. Same stuff as everything. It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room. Oh, I can actually do that. Okay, I didn't realize I could do that. Poster of an old movie Mia liked. Ugh, I can still taste the fucking mold in my mouth. I was thinking I should go see it myself. Then I realized the poster doesn't actually say the title of the movie. And this is the same old, same old. I'm gonna smell legal books here. Then you have to read those. Mia's desk, which is your desk now. Global Studios main gate. No one's here. Right now they have old bag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, look. She left her donuts. What? I wasn't going to eat them. Excuse me. You 100% were. Main entrance. Looks like a studio van. That's the same as always. Overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Computer that runs security cameras. Looks like it's been turned off for the day. Security guard station. Sold us like junk food. Just a mountain of it on the desk. Yep. Let's go to the employee area first. October 18th, Global Studios employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey. Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Ugh. Don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh, actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fix them. Well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. Oh, my throat feels terrible. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. Supposed to fill in from this old bag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. So there's half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle, probably near old Tokyo Castle. Like you're leaning into that now. So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today came in through the drain. So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah. I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though. Don't you? What? You want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa. She's serious? Uh-oh. Nah, I think we should leave it on. They only just repaired it. And if we take it off, the assistant will get yelled at by you-know-who. Yeah, I guess so. Wow, I didn't expect her to take it that hard. One of the electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? I agree with you, bud. So the fanboy they're talking about the trial today. Alright, fine. We want to rip it open. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay. You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes? Yeah. There. That should make the kids happy. The things we do. And I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel good to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live free of guilt. Maya, you are a criminal in the making. Means that the other day, lunches got around, everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus all the steak. Must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Yep. Global Studios dressing room. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh, she's got a point. Some regular... Okay, yeah, it's about his personal clothes. It's locked. He was sleeping here. Snacks on the table. Tea and cookies. What now? These snacks. They've passed the expiration date. Then don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. Wow. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just like how I like it. There's an array of cosmetics. Samurai Boogie Boogie Nick, get with the picture. Look, explain to me how you can identify a show just by seeing a wig. I like samurai movies. Supermarket tabloids. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfman found on Mars? I'll buy that issue. Wow. Wow, buddy. Oh, wrong button. We're not thieves, but we did take the card key. We borrowed that. There's a difference. Oh my gosh. So, this is the same thing. Samurai soda. You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. They want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the murder. You mean those places with steak bones left over on them in the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do the kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of a trouble catching him, though. I heard something about a trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director. More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? October 18th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after all the commotion today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about, the trial today? It was down that path to the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Okay. We will do that. I just want to re-examine everything, because there's never anything new. That's why I exactly don't get old, ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young. He's 24. He's very young. He's got old man energy, but he's very young. In the trial, they said Studio 2 was down this path. Monkey Head is in the way, but we should be able to get by without a problem. Monkey Head is real heavy. Well, it did knock down that tree over when it fell. Both of these, the Monkey Head and the tree, fell the day of the murder, didn't they? Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. Apparently, it's a monkey of some kind. I've never seen a monkey with a nose like that before. They don't put his head back on. Maybe we should ask the assistant. I'm not sure we really want her fixing anything. And you probably need a crane to move that thing. Probably so. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Doesn't seem to be switched on today. That's not good. Alright, we're gonna go Studio 1. October 18th, Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it's a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. Nick? Sigh. Yeah, we'll go someplace else. Okay, so same conversation. Just making sure there's nothing new. Nope. Anything new? Neo Fujima. I like how he comments on the bloodstains. Like, that's not a big clue that the body was moved. Okay, this has not changed at all. Yep, okay. October 18th, Studio 2 entrance. This place is deserted. Nick, what was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. And what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Alright, I'll do that in just a second. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Well, on closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. These look like materials set for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? Look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge? Wow. Phoenix. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. They ate T-bone steaks too. What is with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak, but something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. Yep, it does. Security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. Alright, let's go to the detention center. October 18th, detention center. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. You can say that again. Let's not. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction? Sorry, but no. Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. Do fanboys sneak into the studios often? No, not that I know of. The security lady's pretty strict with them. But in today's testimony, didn't she say they were often hanging around? Kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Was the director present at the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate should move. You didn't tell us that before? Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet. It has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer. Fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big. Wow, rude. I see. Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you? No, I sure hope not. Trailer door. It's locked. The key is probably in the security guard station. I doubt they'd let us borrow it. Props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So you'd have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Okay. Could you take a look at this? That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this, anyway? Looks like she didn't know anything about the photo or the injury that morning. Never mind. Wow, they gave a lawyer one of the card keys? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here. I guess they're pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. Okay. Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. So there's something I'm missing. Ah. It says welcome. They let people in here when they're not feeling right. Nick, let's come here someday. What do you say? Well, that security lady will let us in. Okay. Aha, dressing room. WTF? Who are you dudes? Yep, there he is. Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, lamers. Okay. How can you not know the great salmonella? That's terrible. The pun game on this game. I make the leet shows. Steel Samurai, mine. RTFC. Read the film credits. Really? You're the salmonella? I'm so sorry. You look so... sorry. No, quite alright. Really. It's fine. Raffle. What is it? You know, on closer inspection. Yeah, hot. Oh, yeah, he's creepy. I forgot he was creepy. Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Because that costume rockers. Rocksaurs? Hey, you're drooling. Yeah. Buffer overrun. You've triggered my creative powers. It's coming to me, Pink Princess. Wow, the sequel to Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Wow, buddy. Pink Princess. Why does it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't I have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Yeah, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know. You dudes are this... the security lady told you about us, huh? I absolutely loathe this man in every point. That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run through for an action scene in the morning, and then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucks. I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea. Anyways, I was in a meeting at noon till after 4, with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius, mad skills all the way. Scary though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. You're sweating a lot, dude. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They pedaled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. We were all of them with you the entire time. Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Sounds like they'd be real reliable witnesses. I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me. Wow. Why are you staring at me like that? Yeah, you're a creep. I forgot about that. This is WP, right? How do you know? Oh, looks like he's obviously dragging his foot. Alright, the director would know about the injury. He was there. Okay. Oh, hey, there we go. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. We must be good from place. Hey, Nick. What now? The snacks. There was twice this much beer before. I ate them. They were past their expiration date anyway. She's biting her lip and staring at me with tears welling in her eyes. Wow. Alright, so that was it. There we go, and old bag's back. You again. Eeh. How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost. You certainly got back to your post quickly. Oh, the police took me all away. They did. They pulled out a Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Bowers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go. I guess that would rule out her being the murderer. Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a sight or insult you won't get out of him. Okay. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now. 1, 2, 3. This lady's too much. About the kid you said you saw. I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes, she's serious. About the director, the one who's here on the day of the murder. I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, I think she's losing it. Okay. I have a feeling she's not going to respond well to anything I show her now. Okay, so that's telling me don't show. I can see the computer that runs the cameras. No touching. Guess I'd better investigate there later. Okay. Okay, nope. Nothing changed there. Anything here? Nope. Ah, there we go. Hey. Hey, wait. I bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, Gideon. What's your name? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. There's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You got to hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody. Cody Hackins. Call me Kiddio again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai? How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai's side. You can't fool me. Okay, then what's last said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Easy, like some fries with that. Not bad, Kiddio. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard about anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always, the Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way I'm telling you, losers. Wait. Let me go. Oh, and the kid's gone. He's gone. Huh. Something fell off the table when he bumped on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting on there, I wonder? Empty bottle slipped in a pocket that reads sleeping pills. Anyway, what's that kid saying? He saw everything. No, okay. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Ought of her to leave a post. Hey! Oh, Nick, that was her. Stop, whippersnapper. Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Natch. Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. I get to steal the key. Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Yep. Okay. Maya is a bad influence on Phoenix. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great, let's go on. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Ah, not that eager. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. And here she is. Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyer, and, I see. And who might you... D. Vasquez, the producer. D. Vasquez, she's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez, it's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV, the nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Sal Manella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look that way. No, all people in your game is weird. That is, the legit problem is everyone in this game is weird. Nick, let's get out of here. This isn't someplace else we have to check. Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manella, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. Jeez, Vasquez memo added to the court. Alright, let's examine the room. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures of how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on sets. It's a lot. Yeah. Another old movie poster. The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best. About the samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars. What's next? Ninja Ballet? Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. No clues here. I meant to do that. This is where they had the meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. The glass is frosted. I can't see the outside this far into October. The dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Anything else? No. He's still here? Yeah. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13? Episode 13, where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Uh-oh, my ass is boned if I don't find it. Nick, it might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Just double checking it's not randomly placed somewhere here. Nope. If I remember correctly, it is supposed to be in Studio One. We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Okay. Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director. Maya, take a look around the chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick. The script. Good work. Script placed in pocket. Can I examine the script? Nope. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think are anyway? And you. Do you even know who we are? Powers lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked. You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head? Oh, right, that. What an original name. The head fell over the wind the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio One. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait, what if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to the Studio One. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio One at 2:30. See? Goodbye. She's lying. Because the body was moved. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. It sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Okay. Need to make this stupid note. Sorry. If it would quit auto-correcting. What we're fresh out of is clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have the promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Mia, you've got one lead. It's you. What took you so long, big boobly moogly sister? Sorry, Phoenix. Mia has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait. I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What do you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find something to bring him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. Can I talk to Mia? Yay! We need to go to the studio and talk to the boy. Yeah, obviously. Any ideas? So, do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Where have I heard that phrase before? So that's where Mia got it from. Alright, so back to the studio. October 18th, Global Studios, main gate. She's just breathing heavily. I get that, I have asthma. I do that too. What's wrong? Whippersnapper. She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper. A hostage? What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Yes, Mia, this is what we've been dealing with this entire time. Actually, I met with the director just now. My heart, I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one. It's kind of hard not to understand her with all the huffing and puffing. Phoenix, the hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, might I... No, I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade, I wonder... That's not what I want to do. Miss Oldbag, I'm borrowing this, just so you know. Okay, just be sure to give it back. She's not as demanding as she is, and she was exhausted. What do I have to trade her? Oh, this. Hey, that's a card. Studio 1? Right. The card key to Studio 1. I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan. You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag? Studio 1 isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then? If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to go into Studio 1. But we need that. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this and we're even. Deal? What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card? That sneaky kid dropped it. I figured it's pretty important to him, though. Thank you. I may have use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Okay. Right. I'm off. There she goes, hobbling toward the studio. Alright. Anything? Nope. Anything? Nope. There we go. October 18th, Global Studios Employment Area. There's the kid. Hey. Hey you, wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. Of course he did. October 18th, Global Studios dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you. Damn it, he's getting away. Come back. There, he's back. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please. I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo. And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure that I'm qualified. Steel Samurai is so cool. I think he's the bomb. Ha, what would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. So do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe. Yes, I know. Cody, these look familiar. You are, huh? You are, you know, ultra rare. The card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up you sure are dumb. I'll give you this, if you help me. But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up you sure are dumb. What do they teach kids these days in school? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. I just keep it. It's yours. After I went through all that trouble. If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on. Man, for a grown-up you sure are dumb. Premium, rare. Why do I feel like we're talking about stakes? Oh heavens. Okay. Alright, where am I gonna find this? Possibly in here. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Oh, hi. Hello. What brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The girl with you. Doesn't she seem a little different? Is she even the same person as before? Nope. She's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Fanboy. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, she was mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fists back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. Are there all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's really a terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. And again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the only one... I'm not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh, why do I get the feeling something's been covered up here? Okay. Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. That's it. That's the card I need. You don't know how long I've been looking for it. I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg you. Trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Uh-huh. Yes, that's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please. Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everybody getting so excited about? Phoenix is such old man energy. Okay. Really? Thanks. Then this is for you. URP card added to court record. Yahoo! She's so happy, and there she goes. Doing good? Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah, it does. Mia, you didn't need to provide a lesson on doing good things to this man. See this card? Yeah, so wait! That's it. That's the last Ultra Premium card I need. This is just ridiculous. Come on, give it to me, please. You gotta give it to me. Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay. How about a trade? You're on. I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards. I want information. You sure? Fine by me. URP card given to Cody. Okay, Phoenix. Let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow. He's a minor. You technically cannot have him take the stand. So you like the Steel Samurai. He's so cool. I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions and his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Oh, me? Yeah, I, love the Steel Samurai. So tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. His kind nature. Right, come on, think of something. I really like his kind nature. What a guy. Totally. He looks so tough, but inside he's as gentle as a kitten. Yeah. So what else do you like about him? Don't tell me I have to keep this act up. So tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. His fighting skills. Gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, Uzam. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Check this out. It's my fan album. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public. I always take pictures of when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Check it out. My new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. Newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with the digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you. Path to Glory received. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody. Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice, too. I saw everything. Well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2. I had to come in through the woods out back so that the old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost, though. I was in there for maybe half an hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast. I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say these nice things, but it's so obvious you're speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes. I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So, the only person left who could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put the boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal. And, yeah, we're screwed. Well, not really, but yes and no. I heard everything. This boy here is the key witness, and he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct. No, I ain't going. And he flees. That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we going to do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? I believe. Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. And that's the end of that chapter. October 19th, 9:42 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Mr. Wright? Yes. Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix. Today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. No, it's not. October 19th, 10 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show the evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. The prosecution calls Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make Steel Samurai. Oh my god, I cannot with this man. Salmonella, I'm a director of television. Were you at Global Studios the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. It was an accident, is what it really was. In a way. Sort of. Day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During that morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. I heard that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., and according to your testimony, you were in the meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let's see where it is, because I can't remember specifically where the contradiction is. Let's see. Is that when you always come into work? Oh no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know about freaks in your industry. Still, FWIW, I was pretty, for what it's worth, I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. In the employee area. That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Alright, that's the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch. Rolling on the floor. Starving? I hear that everyone else at lunch ate in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked up some up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Java, go away! I had a meeting in Studio True Trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella? What do you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly, a man who likes to eat. I'd suspect as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during the meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image will carry me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break. Well, yeah, not a one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. You do. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manelli, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during a break? Well? Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. And Edgeworth doesn't care. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah. For what it's worth, we took a break. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to, say, commit murder in Studio 1. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. The break. But it was only 15 minutes. Okay. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on the table. Oh, right. The other one was D. Vasquez plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. He did T-bone steak in 15 minutes. It's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to, say, commit murder in Studio 1. Why is that? It's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. I have to say, you look like a guy who eats through his meals pretty fast. Well, I was facing a cold, slightly screwy, chewy T-bone steak. But even I have to take my time eating that kind of food. Well, Phoenix, my testimony was too short to bring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Great. Is that all? What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. It's only 15 minutes. Okay, I can't present. I'm trying to see where it is the... No, that's not it. Oh man, it's gonna take me two... Oh, fudge. Nope, that's not it. Where is the contradiction in this one? I'm not finding the contradiction. This is the problem. It's like, how can I prove he can get to Studio 1 in that time? Here's the thing, I cannot figure out what the answer I'm supposed to give is. Because I know it's... I press on this, and he says, what time did you exactly... From around 2:30 until 2:45. 2:30, which is the time of the death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise, but Edgeworth is quiet. Only 15 minutes. And this just tells me what he did was he ate the T-bone steak. And the second one was D. Vasquez. Why is that? Oh, okay. I did go on hold it. Okay, I was supposed to do it multiple times, that's why. Testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? No.
I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Aha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right after the time of the death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey Head barred the way. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked it off the studio masket's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer found a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And it's somehow, I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Very well. Court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in the Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when Steel Samurai skewered the victim. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Okay, so I fudged that up so hard doing what I did. October 19th, 11:04, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia, don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. Or what's going on to happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. District Courtroom, 11:15 a.m., number 4.
court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. That moral high ground ended quickly. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange for a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. They're really pushing the donut agenda here. Really. I mean, I want a good donut, to be fair, so. Well, the witness stated his name and grade in school. Witness? What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. Edgeworth. Cody? Answer his question, okay? It's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth. Please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Edgeworth. Slowly having a seizure here. Cody. He's having trouble with the gentle thing. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just, Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. Oh, Edgeworth. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost? Edgeworth. Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix? I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make note of it in the court record. Cody's camera added to the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. Witness's account. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost in the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for the shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get in the studio, so I went home. Cody, you just lied. Very well. Defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. I agree with you, Phoenix. Okay, we're just gonna skip ahead. Catch me, I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost in the way. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. Totally rocked. Right before my eyes came the bad guy. Samurai took him down. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Cody, what you just said seems a little, well, strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. You shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Oof. Mr. Wright, how cool are you to terrorize a poor child so? I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera, and you didn't use this camera. Well, why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The steel samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the steel samurai rules. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. I need to double-check the court record. Okay. Yeah, so it is. Okay. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Ah, shit, that's not the answer. Okay, evidence... Okay. Nope. Sorry! I thought I had that. I have to press. I didn't think I had to press. Oh man, I only have 2 more fuck-ups. So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching this real thing. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham. So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was the bad guy? Told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch. Samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has clearly stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. Oh, Edgeworth. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, order. Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He couldn't watch it. Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? I've ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? What's this? Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? This doesn't prove anything. Lost your nerve, have you? Very well. I'll ask the question again. Okay, he missed the climax because he was looking at something else, probably. Probably something else. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly have distracted this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oof. Nothing. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Okay, so it is in evidence. Your Honor, I have evidence. Oh. Here's my proof. What's that? A camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture, but having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right, Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody? Could you please tell us about your camera, and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. He's crying now. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Oh, buddy. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with cross-examination anyway. That's question. I'm curious. Escape the clutches. So you did see the beginning of the fight. Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely. So I held up my camera to take a picture. Couldn't you take the picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. So that's all. Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. Would have, once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey. Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious? Well, you know. Why would I not want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? Okay, so I held up my camera, took a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. Well, what was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam. I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? The Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, and certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly, my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Because the Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted the photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way. No. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor. The witness has revealed everything he has with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order. I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. And he's crying now. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Yep. Order. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying this man in the costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But to remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck in to the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops? Me? What? Actually, there was one other piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. Oh, Cody. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't a decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Yeah? What? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial, because it says Studio 2. He was at Studio 2, not Studio 1. Your Honor, may I see the photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. ANYWERE sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder, it does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Okay, show the judge where it took place, which is in Studio 2. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 in the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path was blocked. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim. Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did it to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I don't have proof, do I? Proof? Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything like that. Phoenix, even if you're not 100% sure about this, you have to try. And I think you've got proof that's good enough to win them over. Just go for it. All or nothing. Your Honor... Yes, Mr. Wright? Actually, I do have proof. Here is my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Is it the photo, or is it the sleeping pills? This is it. An empty medicine bottle? Here, this is sleeping pills. Found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. Edgeworth, I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Mrs. Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did not have time to commit the murder, or did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, you will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, this trial will be extended until tomorrow. That is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. October 19th, 247, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about you going home... about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course, we were kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Alright, save progress. I think what I'm going to do is try and... well, it's been about 2 minutes 50. 2 hours. Oi! No, my throat's starting to hurt, so I should take a break. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We are going to take a break.